Hello fight fans, and welcome back to another Squared Circle TV video. Today's topic is a juicy one for you. Anthony AJ Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. Can AJ rejuvenate his career in a must-win fight against a tough, gallant opponent in Jermaine Franklin? Let's take a look and see. Enough talking, we should get into it. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a British professional boxer and a former unified world heavyweight champion. He has successfully represented Britain at the Olympics, Commonwealth Games, and several other international sporting events. Joshua entered the boxing bandwagon only in his late teens. He slowly transformed from a troubled teenager to a heavyweight professional. Joshua bagged the gold medal at the 2012 London Olympics. An astonishing move up from the amateur ranks to world championships has earned him the status of a powerful puncher and a top-class opponent. He holds a reputation for fighting in high-profile matches with expensive stakes and drawing record-breaking views and audiences. Joshua's having a tough time of it recently, in his career coming off 2 losses to a crafty operator in Alexander Usyk. AJ was a clear favorite in the first bout, but Usyk was able to shock the world and beat him in a unanimous decision.
And new heavyweight
It was a thrilling spectacle as Usyk made history and even nearly stopped him late in the 12th round, backing up Joshua to the ropes and letting off bombs. AJ then activated his rematch clause and the two faced off once more a year later on August 20th, 2022 in Saudi Arabia. Although Joshua put up a better fight and hurt Usyk in the 9th round, it still wasn't enough as he lost on the scorecards in a split decision. Now AJ will attempt to climb the ranks once more in pursuit of becoming a 3-time world heavyweight champion, hence why this fantastic fight with Jermaine Franklin is brewing. Fight style. Joshua is not the greatest boxer in the world, but he has certainly mastered the basic boxing fundamentals of a good, strong, and solid jab to help set up his power shots. A tight defense with his right hand close to his chin to defend against hooks while bobbing in and out or circling round to create distance from his opponent. He is known for being very mechanical in his work. Some say it's due to his muscle-bound body. He can come off as being stiff at times. Working alongside trainer Rob McCracken, who is the main British 2012 Olympic boxing coach, he has managed to keep up these solid principles in Joshua's style, which has truly benefited him in the long run. Lastly, his power is unquestioned. If he catches any heavyweight flush, it could very well be lights out. Strengths. Power. To beat Jermaine, AJ will certainly have to assert his dominance in the ring, and one way he can do this is by letting him know who's the man in the squared circle. Joshua should use his power shots strategically to get him out of there. Experience. Franklin would have never fought on this big a stage when stepping up to the plate to face AJ. Sometimes those lights can get bright, and the more experienced fighter can use that to his advantage. The jab will be key in keeping Franklin where he wants him, but AJ has experience with this when he fought Andy Ruiz for a second time. Weaknesses. AJ's chin. Joshua has clearly had problems taking big shots with fighters who know how to throw quick combinations, like when Ruiz dropped him in their fight, and he was backed by Usyk in their first fight. Fighting on the inside. Anthony will have to keep the fight mid to long range. He doesn't want to get into too much of a firefight with Franklin, as he's capable of throwing quick, compact combos which could sure give AJ some trouble. Jermaine Franklin. The 29-year-old Franklin hails from Saginaw, Michigan, and has been boxing professionally since 2015. He has an impressive record of 21-1, 14 KOs, and his 67% knockout ratio suggests that he cannot be overlooked. Franklin is certainly a game opponent and will come to gain a huge upset which will propel his career tremendously. Jermaine's last scrap was against Anthony's former foe in Dylan White, in which he made a brilliant account for himself at the top end of the heavyweight boxing ladder. Although he lost the fight on the scorecards, many believe that the fight should have went the other way, and in fact, Franklin should have been the one to come out victorious. From the opening bell, White was on the front foot, but Franklin was willing to go toe-to-toe with the body snatcher and targeted the body in order to find openings. With that fight being Franklin's first 12-round fight, tiredness seemed to already be settling in, with his punches beginning to lack power in round 4 compared to the opening exchanges. Franklin then found a second wind in the 6th and threw some combinations of his own, while White became too comfortable with the pace of the fight. The American heavyweight's work was starting to pay off when he started to find his way past White's guard in round 8 with a right uppercut, a punch which has often sent Dillon to the ring canvas. The final round saw White go on the hunt for a stoppage despite instructions from his coach Buddy McGirt to not go for the knockout. Both men left it all in the ring in the closing stages, and with less than a minute to go, a left hook from White sent Franklin stumbling into the ropes. But there wasn't enough time for White to capitalize, and the fight went to the scorecards. Fight style. Jermaine displayed that he's a very compacted fighter that loves to let combinations go. He has very quick hands and excellent technique. He uses it to his advantage well. He enjoys putting the pressure on his opponents or can opt to be a cultural boxer, which bodes well for him. Strengths. Speed. Jermaine has very quick hands, especially for the heavyweight division, which will be very useful against Anthony. Once he gets in range, he'll need to let his hands go, and it's proven that AJ doesn't like fighters with fast hands. Combinations. Franklin uses his combinations to go to the hand and body. He sets his shots up well, which is key in this fight if he's going to put Joshua in any trouble. As Joshua clearly doesn't like to be hit, he can't really get into a firefight with him as Franklin shows decent precision. Weaknesses. Stamina. In the White bout, Franklin took some breaks and even began to die out towards the latter rounds. It was his first 12-round fight, and it takes time to build the lungs for this kind of fight, especially as a heavyweight. He could easily gas out when fighting AJ, especially if AJ invests to the body. Reach. Say what you want about AJ, but the man has a very good jab, and Franklin will have to work very hard to get past that reach, to get on the inside and get to work on Joshua. We've come to the end of the video, fight fans. It's an intriguing fight, and I know you can't wait to see the outcome. Will we see the coming of a new star in boxing in Jermaine Franklin? If he's able to defeat Joshua, the world will certainly be his oyster, and the next step could lead to a world title fight. Or will AJ demolish the American native fighter and prove that he has the capabilities of earning a world title once more? Only time will tell as the clock ticks down toward this highly anticipated bout. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video. Until next time.